Hey guys, Lisa, I'm back from Odd Person. So this is the same pic that I started out earlier. Sorry for the background, I'm watching Big Bang. So what we're going to do now is, before I start, let me take you through what I've done. So what I've done is I've added on extra red in the background. That's about an extra 2 layers. You can check the pictures on the post. I've also added some dots in, so that just give it more of the comic feel. Added in a little bit more colouring in the back, added in some colouring here, did a basic outline, and then used just a paintbrush with water, and I did some shading in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit more definition to Jack, and then essentially what would happen from there is I would just end up adding some dots onto Jack's face, and then yeah, we'll finish with all the black components. The little black lines are going to take me a little bit longer than I think what I'm going to be able to show here, but let's see how far we can get. Cool. So you remember I was saying that I add a couple of different layers of colour in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the colour in now. What I would do is I'd first put use the pen and then create a shadow from there, and then I'd go over with some colouring just to pop it up a bit. So let's get started with that. Sorry, just one more thing. I've added a little bit of white there as well. Cool. So main colours I'm going to use are brown, orange and a little bit of blue. These are the watercolour pens that I pretty much swear by. But let's add in some details and we'll go from there. So what you'll notice I do is that I just add a little bit, and then what I do is I use a little bit of water in order to shade that out. So that's where a little bit more of the definition's coming in. What sometimes happens is after this dries out a bit, I might want to go in and just use a little bit of white to shade down a bit. Then I can go over again. It's a process that sometimes takes a long time and sometimes doesn't. It just depends how it's looking once it comes out from this point. I know it doesn't necessarily look as if it's adding a lot of colour, but the definition definitely starts to come out. Now there's a little bit more of a shadow up by his ear over here, so what I'm going to do is add a little bit of blue. So this is where you see that I add different colours over different colours. It took me a while before I was comfortable doing that, but as I grew more comfortable doing it, I realised the benefit of it. So the only thing you do need to do is you just need to make sure that you work quite quickly, just so that you don't end up with solid lines that end up looking a bit funny. So what you'll notice over here is there's a little bit of darkness over there which I don't really want, so what I'll probably go in with is I'll go in with a little bit of white over there. I'm just busy looking at the reference photo that I have next to me while I go, just so that I can make sure that I'm adding some colouring and lighting anywhere it needs to go. So what I sometimes do as well is sometimes I add the dots to the dog's face before I do the pen shadowing. It really depends. But I think for this one it's going to pop out nicely with it doing afterwards. Let's add a little bit of orange in here, because I want this to be a bit brighter under this eye over here. What I try to do is work as quickly as possible between putting the colour of the watercolour pen down, going over it, just to make sure that it also doesn't create a solid line. So that's where those colours start to come out a bit more as well. kind of something that I just played around with, especially with the adding of the shading. When I first started the pet portraits, I didn't have the darker black shading in, but it actually adds a little bit of more realism to it. I know that sounds weird because of the style, but you can definitely see the animal in it once you start paying a little bit more attention to it. And it's already starting to pop out a little bit more. I'm just double checking here quickly. And what we can do is over here, I'm going to add in a little bit of brown because there's a little bit of a shadow. Jack's little snout comes over here, so we definitely need to have a bit of shadow over there. So I hope you guys have had a great day. Just a reminder for the alt market that's on at the moment, the page is going to stay open for a good couple of hours through until tomorrow evening. So any of the goodies that you're seeing, you'll still be able to contact all of the vendors to get the goodies. Obviously a lot of vendors have their own pages as well, so just go check those out and give them a like. Because then you can get updates all of the time. Next week Saturday we're going to have a bit of a themed market, which is going to be quite fun. So keep an eye out as well, so that you can see what the theme is. I know it's been quite a long month, so it'll be a good way to end off the month. Cool. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much almost out of time. What I'll do is I'll carry on posting some pics in progress. Head on over to the Art Defrosted Facebook page so that you can check some more updates from there. I might run a live stream on that page a little bit later as well once I start adding in some of the detail. Cool. Have a great day guys. Cheers. Bye.